Hello people, my name is Rage, and welcome and all to some more Rebirth. And today is officially the beginning of Operation Get Real Platinum God before Afterbirth is born. Wait, you can't born an afterbirth because then the afterbirth would be after the birth. So if you born it before the afterbirth, you'd be doing the final bit before the first bit, which would result in probably some sort of time paradox wherein you end up starting before you finish. So if you finish if you finish after you start and then you start after you finish. I do apologize for everybody in the audience who is a robotic human, a cyborg, a android, anyone with computer parts in their brain for having blown it out due to the paradox. For everyone else, welcome to today's Rebirth. We have a tinted rock, which is absolutely delicious. I do love getting my tinted rock on. It's one of the reasons I really like starting as Isaac, though as it turns out it wouldn't have mattered, but having that bomb to start with, I always feel like it makes a very, very nice difference, because you know that you are going to get those tinted rocks, and I feel like tinted rocks make the most difference on the first two floors, so it's a good little safety net to have going on. This room is just horrible. I mean, it really is. It's just here. Kill loads of really upset, just really chronically unhappy people, chase them down, murder them, and then if you don't murder them fast enough, they will explode themselves and die anyway. It's like some horrible metaphor for the human condition. It really is. I do love the human condition as a phrase, though, because, you know, in terms of its general meaning, in terms of its mewling, it's actually a cat. Did you know that a cat can mewl? I only found that out the other day. Ooh, I do like the pinking shears. I'm a fan of them. I am. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them to the boss in order to wreck the boss. Then I'm going to go get the D6, and then I'm going to re-roll the pinking shears. That is a little bit unfortunate, and the reason I'm playing Isaac is just to have another high chance at getting my meat boy / bandage girl on. But yeah, the human condition, basically just meaning what it means to be human, honestly, but I also sounds like a really weird disease, like you've caught a case of the human condition, which I like to imagine various animals, like, have meetings about, like, oh, Steve the boa constrictor, he got a bit of human condition the other day, you should see it. He has grown a hand out of his left side, and it's freakish, honestly. We're considering sending him to the rehumanitation clinic. It's really that bad, and it's just some sort of massive coup to exterminate all the animals that get a human condition and round them all up, and we're actually getting kind of serious there, so I'm going to stop on that one, I think. Hey, there we go, lovely. So that is how you destroy Monstro, using your decapitated body and the pentagram. This makes me very happy because it means that re-rolling the shears is really the right thing to do. There is a big part of me that hates myself for walking into that fire, and there's also a big part of me that kind of really wants to keep the pinking shears, but I can't give up the D6 so early. You just can't do it. Come on. Oh, a bit of undefined. If we get I Am Error, we get I Am Error. We don't, we actually get Mr. Mega, which is still a nice little thing there. So basically, what I'm going to chalk this up to is that being that the pinking shears re-rolled into Mr. Mega. Also, Mr. Mega with pentagram is a very interesting look we have going on here. Isaac looks very much just... he looks like a mental patient who is very, very pepped up on various medication. Like, he is quite ridiculous right here. I mean, I suppose if it was like maybe a horror game, he's grown horns, he's getting a little bit sort of feral, he might attack you. The headpiece is like a skin-tight straitjacket, the black soulless eyes widened through all of the chemicals coursing through his body as he slowly shambles towards you. I mean, it's scary stuff. It actually occurred to me that imagine Isaac as a first-person shooter game. or maybe a first-person survival, like Amnesia Outlast type of deal, where you are experiencing everything from the ground. It loses the kind of lighter art style, gets a more realistic and gritty one, but the enemies are basically the same, but rendered in detailed 3D. And it would be absolutely terrifying. You'd be slowly progressing through these various rooms, no idea what you find, and you walk in and see this sort of decapitated head-looking thing firing spurts of blood at you, and it just like, it's acid and it fizzles where it lands, and you're just like, oh my god. It would be actually ridiculous. I feel like it would be a really fun little spin-off-y thing. So we'll get some of the pots blown up, which is actually kind of handy. An extra bomb there. I'm going to blow up the 4 just in case we get 25 cents. Okay, I mean, I'll accept. I wasn't really expecting that to happen, but alright, I guess this is why you should every now and then, if you've got the spare bombage, blow up some pots. I mean, really, I shouldn't be surprised if Link has told us anything, it's that smashing random pots is really the path to success. So, it really is. I mean, it helped him rescue the Princess Epona. It really did. Okay, so I can't wait for the comments now. Alright, so let's move on through the basement. It is making me very happy we are just rocking basement-type deals here. Alright, that is good. And item, rainbow baby, no, mum's perfume, I'll take fear shot. It's not really a good fear shot, but, you know, it's alright. And I'm not convinced I'm going to get a lot of rerolls on this floor, so I'll just accept it for what it's worth. It's at least better than rainbow baby. And look at Isaac now. Oh, look at him. His right eye, well, I guess technically left eye, has just been absolutely just messed up by that perfume, and it's just like spewing this kind of mucus. This is literally the escaped mutated mental patient look, and I'm kind of happy to have it, really. We do get the battery, which I'm going to pick up for the boss room. I think that makes a lot of sense. And then we're going to be trying our best to use Mr. Mega Bombs to do a lot of the work for us on that fight. That is unfortunate. I kind of hoped that everything would die before that became an issue. So let's hope we don't have a boss that's kind of easy to get hit by. And it's Larry Jr. Now, normally I'd be a little bit upset about this version of Larry Jr. because it's actually, yes, there it is. That's why I wasn't as upset, because just one place Mr. Mega Bomb turns what is normally a you are getting hit version of Larry Jr. into something quite good. The Halo, of course I am going to take that. That is fantastic. And we have ourselves a Sacrificial Dagger and 2 more deals. I am tempted to just do a blanket reroll, because while I would take the Sacrificial Dagger normally, we have 3 chances at getting really cool stuff here. So I'm going to go for it. And we do get double Guppy and Goat Head. I'm not convinced. I mean, I really am liking my fashion Isaac here. He's looking pretty fly. I'm content. So the Goat Head would ruin that, but I feel like I shouldn't ruin the run by not taking the Goat Head when it would just ensure a better run in the future. I can't believe I'm actually torn between that, but at least it does complement our mental patient look. I'm going to patient. I'm not pished, I swear. It does complement the mental patient look, so that makes me happy. You know, he's found an animal wandering the halls after years of being abandoned, and he's just skinned it, and he's wearing it as a hat, and he's just crazy. Super secrets! Thank you very much. What we got? Basically nothing of value or worth. Actually, we got a spirit heart from it, so I'm not going to complain at all, and we get a bomb refund for what we paid to get in here, so I'm pretty happy with that floor. Let us floor it, and see if we can't destroy our way through the caves. This is going pretty damn well. Because of the halo and the pentagram, our damage is certainly competitive for this stage of the game. We get a totally deliberate, on my part, secret room there. to have a mosey on in. And I probably am going to attempt to play an arcade to completion if I find one, just because it's really upsetting me not having the dollar. That's not really what we're after here. Ooh. We get ourselves the Book of Secrets, which we may as well use. We get ourselves the Satanic Bible, which, again, we may as well use. And now we do have reroll potential, though, because it's only 2 books. It's not gonna really be too viable for us due to the fact that we'd have to reroll it about 6 times before we got items that were actually going to come with us. So unless we get a stupid amount of batteries on this floor, I think we can pretty much write off that as a room. If it was 4 books, or hell, even 3 books, then I'd be a little bit more content in really going for this. But as it stands, I think we're okay. We don't actually have an arcade, annoyingly. That room at the end doesn't seem to be quite worth it. Let's head this way and kill ourselves some bonies, thinking they're good with their hella accurate bone shots, which, you know, to be fair, it's actually kind of good at them. It really is. So I should probably actually begin tattling my tale of the changing rooms at a swimming place that was in the hotel that we were staying at, and it was one of those moments where life kind of just sort of goes, hey, everybody, slow down and check what is happening out, because it's hilarious. And I have no idea how it even came to pass, honestly. It just was, just thinking about it. So this shop, I am going to keep my money for now. An item room, Eve's mascara. I have not found you just kind of normally as a power-up on a run in a while, so that makes me very happy. As we have infinite keys, I am going to acquire this chest as well. Bob's Rod and Brain, I mean, it's fine, but at the same time, it's basically a reroll target if the boss room doesn't do anything for us, which is still potentially kind of useful. Eve's mascara also helping the mental patient look. I mean, it is just like leaking black. I mean, I know it is mascara, but you could totally say it was like sort of perhaps tar-like substance from your eyes. I'm gonna keep the gulped penny more than anything. I mean, the extra bombs is good because we got Mr. Mega, but I don't think we're going to be needing him that much, especially as we've got a very nice damage buff. Oh god, the seed! No! Elephant horses sometimes ascend because xylophones partition termites. I realized the xylophones was wrong, and the last time it was a Z and I said xylophones, it turns out I don't know how to spell xylophone. So that's going to be a thing now. Also, if you heard a kind of badung noise, I may have just knocked over my drink while reading that seed, and I am currently getting soaked. I'm just going to accept that because I am committed to this run. I will sit here slowly and slowly becoming more and more uncomfortable as fizzy water makes its way around my person, and I will do that. I will do that for you, glorious viewer of this run. So you better be goddamn happy. Okay, no, for real, I'm not going to jump. Lovely. So, what I'm going to be saying then is Gertie Jr. How are you doing, Gertie Jr.? You're doing Gertie-based things. I was really hoping for a fear shot there in order to cancel the charge, but as it is, I'm going to do the bomb cancel. That was a little bit close, and there he is. Obviously going to get ourselves a devil deal. Ooh, that is tempting. Normally, I don't like this. Oh, contract from below. This makes me happy because we now have glowing white and black eyes. The mental patient look is really doing well for us. So yeah, I'm going to pick up the heart, and the reason I'm doing this is normally I dislike it, but the idea of this kind of lost, corrupted mental patient having cut out the heart of a random explorer victim, and he's now wearing it as a trophy round his neck, I think that definitely fits the character of what we're going for. We're going to go reroll Bob's Brain while we're here, just in case, and yeah, we get ourselves Little Chubby. Little Chubby was a sort of mutated growth that spawned on this corrupted mental patient, eventually dropped to the floor and gained sentience and became its own adorably happy attack flying leech gobbler thing, and I can dig that story. I think there's a real tale to be told with this run. So yeah, to the story. I had just finished? I had just become a finished! I don't know what that is, but it sounds like someone who plays a sort of shark's fin like a musical instrument, and that makes me dingle-dangle happy, but no. So I was getting changed from swimming attire to normal clothes in the changing rooms, when suddenly, from across the room, I hear, "Fuck, my towel!" At which point you're like, okay, that's not something you want to be hearing in a changing room. And then a little bit later, by a little bit, I mean a few seconds, I hear the sound of sort of running bare footsteps, and sort of turn around in time to see this, like, completely naked person sprint past the area of the changing rooms I was in, go over to the other side of the room, at which point I could hear, you know, kind of commotion-y stuff, and then come sprinting back, holding a towel, and he was a little bit red in the face. I will admit. So it was surreal. I do like the idea of hot mega bombs, though. I mean, does that not sound great? And we're on fire, so it really does. We have very much a boss-level escape mental patient. And the phrase, "I got hot mega bombs," that excites me. So yeah, he was just kind of, I don't know what happened. It's like he somehow went over to one side, got completely undressed, or he'd just been back from swimming, and had just completely forgot his towel, which meant he couldn't play towel acrobatics, which is a skill I think many people do learn. It is the art of getting changed, getting a change of clothes in public without letting anybody see anything. It's like, you need 4 arms to do it, but you learn to manage with 2. You got your towel around you. It's like the quick slip-on, slip-off type dance of the trousers, and I think it's kind of an amusing thought. Though, when I was younger, I didn't used to just mess up the process. That was probably the wrong way to say it. I used to forget how to get dressed when I was younger. No, what I'm saying is, because I didn't want to play towel juggling, I wasn't confident in my towel juggling ability, I thought it'd be a really good idea to get out the pool. Actually, let's play this arcade machine. If we can get $1 out of it, that would be absolutely incredible. I don't know why I went Scottish with incredible. Probably a crisscross of themes there, but we like our crisscrossy themes, don't we? I'm gonna stop talking now. But I get out the pool, go to the changing rooms, and think, today is not the day I'm going to play towel acrobatic shenanigans. I am simply going to put my jeans over the top of my, obviously I've been in a pool, wet through swimming shorts. So not only are swimming shorts kind of difficult to fit in trousers because they're kind of bulky, they're obviously now, exploded and no dollar. That is a shame. That is a shame. Okay, this room is always fun. But yeah, I'm really kind of failing on this story, I have to say. So, what I'm trying to finally get across is that I thought it would be a really good idea to just straight up put my jeans over the top of my completely, obviously wet through swimming shorts, having just been swimming. So I was walking out of the changing rooms as my jeans were just slowly getting soaked through with water. And my parents were like, Are you okay? What did you do in there? And it was not, you don't want to be leaking out of your leg at any given point. It's just not something you actually want to be happening. So, yeah. So that was a weird sort of throwback experience for me. Seeing this guy sprint across the changing rooms just like a streaker in probably kind of an appropriate place to be a streaker. In fact, culturally, it's kind of normal. Well, not really. Well, I guess normal mainly that people just don't give a fuck and just walk around naked in public changing rooms with swimming pools, which always kind of just, I don't know, I never kind of got involved in that, I would say. But I think that's a tale for another time. I'm gonna leave the biscuit for now, and Crampy boy, So we get coal and we keep it, as it's actually quite a good damage upgrade. +0 to +6 at max range, which is fairly nice. That's like 6 pentagrams being added for free. So if it's coal, we'll pick it up. If it's Crampy head, we'll re-roll into a free devil deal and get ourselves a dog treat, which is totally okay. Did I get hit twice by the same level of shot? Because I feel like I just did. Alright, mental patient, blood lasers! And boom. Dark matter, that is good. That makes our eyes even more soulless mental patient. I'm happy with that. We'll grab ourselves a snack, 'cause I don't think that changes much about us at all. Okay, we are really quite freaky at the moment, so this is good. We haven't found our shop, which we are certainly wanting to do with 20 money, so we will go down here where, I'm just going to say, I think it probably is. I don't know what's giving me that impression, but it is... I think just my Sherlock level intuition. Down into the shop. The item matter, I would buy it normally because it's great with the D6. But as I am... I want to maintain this mental patient look for as long as... Why not keep calling it the patient? I just don't know. And the broken stopwatch is something I will take. So mega hot bombs away! Lovely and whum. Cool. So we are definitely ready to move on, and now we do have the stopwatch round our chest instead of the heart, which again, I think works. You know, a mental patient obsessed with time as they corrupted and they've just hold on to this broken stopwatch they've had all of the years in this rundown facility. I think it definitely works. I don't want to go straight into the curse room there. And honestly, curse rooms aren't as good since... Bloody hell. You know, to say I've got a really nice amount of damage, it feels like I'm taking way too much damage. Now, taking damage doesn't actually matter, because we do have the goat head, so I'm nowhere near as annoyed at this as I would have been before. But we could really do with some tears up. The coat hanger, squeezy, something like that, just to get us firing a little bit faster, because at the moment it's gonna definitely be a problem. EHSA mascara, of course, coming with a ridiculously massive tears downgrade. It's basically a mini Polyphemus, isn't it? Which, you know, makes it a pretty damn good item, and I'd say it's always worth taking, but I guess there are a few scenarios where you may consider leaving it in favor of your really rapid turret light. Turret light? It's like a normal turret, but a lighter version. Attack. Ooh, oh, it didn't reach. That was dead on as well. Literally dead on. It would have killed him. Okay, this kind of sucks, though. If this was a room full of fast ones, then we'd probably have an issue. But as it is, we are totally okay. Vom. And, yeah, did not expect him to be that close to me. And our item is, everybody, of course, the maze would let us look at it. Oh, a bit of rubber cement. I like rubber cement a lot. And despite not having a great amount of range, it's got too much potential value, I think, to not take at this stage. Especially as we didn't have a charge to re-roll anyway. Please? There we go. Was that so difficult? And then basically we want that there, and we want to go to about here. Here it is, and then we'll grab the magician. And I dislike this room. Like, fundamentally, I really dislike it. And at least, I know I am going to have to cross it again for the sake of acquiring my goddamn freaking curse room, so that's a little bit upsetting. The bounce does tend to extend the range, because it's like they go their full range again after bouncing, which actually makes it a lot more of an effective item. That bomb is going to do a lot of work. That is very, very good. Very, very good. And I got hit from the back there. That was a little bit unexpected. And yeah, the bounce gives kind of a type of piercing with a little bit of cracking. Tracking. That's where I'm going for. My words today are not doing that effectively. Oh yay, we actually don't need to go back past that horrible room. We get ourselves a double joker. May as well use it early because we can't take both of them with us. And it's just a pill-filled devil room. Pretty fly is good. We've attracted a friend fly on our journeys as a mental patient. I think this story is definitely becoming quite good, and we will move on and take our other Joker with us so we get an extra devil deal on either the cathedral or the... God, I've actually forgotten the name of Satan's Realm. That's a little bit bad, isn't it? How have I managed to forget Satan's one? Dark Room, the Chest, Cathedral, and genuinely, that's going to really... Shoal! There we go. That was a little bit concerning. We have enough keys to open this, definitely. And we get Justice, which is also pretty good. In fact, all of those were nice. So let's continue onwards. I mean, I could have gone in Devil Deal. I just had too little health there. Cursed Room is, in fact, what I'm trying to say there. Bouncing should have made that continue, but whatever. Bounce, bounce for my love. Bounce in to the shop. It's Greed, and he's slowed. Very, very easy. I'm liking it. I'm liking it, liking it, liking it. Liking it like that. Bombs, everybody. I keep thinking about the whole changing room story I told, because every now and then I go on tangents, you may have noticed, and I always wonder that one day I'm gonna go one tangent too far and just leave thousands of people thinking I'm just absolutely the weirdest person going. I know what you're thinking. I probably already have completely done that, but shut up, okay? It could have happened to anyone, but I suppose it's more maybe an embarrassment thing, because there's certain subjects that people start getting antsy around. I mean, I certainly imagine Mr. Naked Sprinter through the changing rooms was probably feeling a tad embarrassment. Just, you know, maybe just a smidgen, just a tiny bit, but who knows, one day, maybe I'll go too far. But as is with most things, honestly, it's self-inflicted. Like, embarrassment as a concept, you mostly determine how embarrassed you feel based on how embarrassed you decide other people should feel for you. Whereas most of the time, people don't give a crap. Like, people are much too busy thinking about themselves and whether they did something embarrassing than the other way round. And Fallen doing well. I do like getting Fallen, though. Getting a free Devil Deal item is obviously pretty damn nice. Though my damage is good, it's not killing it with any form of speed. And that was a very lame way to take that damage. And our item, and our item is, no. I mean, we know what our Devil Deal is, so we are completely cool in re-rolling this. The coat hanger is exactly the kind of thing we were needing. We have attack speed that's actually acceptable. We're gonna move on. And the reason we're going to move on is because I don't have the health to go for that curse room. And also, we're not really looking for anything in particular from a curse room, as we're not trying to guppy. This is a very cool room to get here. That makes me really happy. Let's moon, see where our secret room is, and get super greed. But this is good because it means our next shop is definitely going to actually be a shop. So this is pretty much a blessing in disguise. Grab ourselves some extra money, though the money doesn't do a lot for us. Has there only been one tinted rock in this run, or have I just been really incredibly blind? Probably really incredibly blind. I want to head back towards the Joker card, so that's the objective at the moment. You should be very easy to kill. These guys die like a charm to bouncing tears. They really do. Does the sort of flying attacked little chub actually go less distance on slowed versions of these? It seems like it is doing, but I can't quite tell. Perhaps it is. Maybe it's just a placebo effect that is going on here. A bit of psychosomaticness. I like any word that has psycho in it, because it really does. I mean, it sounds psycho. Granted, we're conditioned to think psycho sounds psycho because it does mean psycho, but I like words that you kind of get the implication, because psycho, it's like, oh god, you know, it sounds a little bit of a crazy word, whereas something like lovely, you know, it's a nice, it rolls off the tongue, and it's pretty nice to say, but maybe, I mean, you can't ignore the factor that lovely sounds lovely because it means lovely, so it's difficult to make that work. I mean, technically you could say it to someone who doesn't speak the language and ask them to decide what that pattern of speech invokes in them in terms of emotions, but I feel like at that stage we're putting way too much care into deciding what it means to someone when you say lovely. So probably we're just going to move on. I don't care about that at all. I don't think you can get the dollar out of them. That ends in the crystal ball, and we really don't need the crystal ball. That would give us a reroll. We'll open this and find keys and money. That's okay. We don't need this much money, but if we get a particularly lucrative shop, then we can buy 2 items, which nearly spends everything, and a spirit heart and a key, and we've made good use of our various money, so this is okay. I'm not sure how fast. I love the heart room, by the way. It's a heart and 2 babies. I feel like the symbolism is strong in that room, but I feel like we're going to have problems on Mum. Not problems in terms of beating her, but the rate at which we're killing things, I don't know, it seems really fast and really slow at the same time, which genuinely confuses me, like, a lot. Fire your lasers, and you two as well. Lovely. We're gonna get this chest. Come on, Cricket's Head, give us that final power boost that we don't really need, but would drive us into tipping crazy awesome point. And we are missing ourselves an item room, which I guess is first priority. We'll kill the champion with that hot bomb, and the other guy killed the other one for us, so that really is frickin' teamwork. What's your favorite enemy? I'm not gonna fight it, but I'll find a video on YouTube, and then we're gonna play some co-op, and then we're gonna fail to Mum. Of course, I am the best singer, all of you know, so I'm pretty sure that was absolutely beautiful. And our item room is in the last place we check. It's always in the last place you check. I should trade. Oh, I always fall for that room. I always think, oh, the bomb's completely going to work, and then it doesn't, and I get really sad every time and wonder, how did this happen to me? I made a mistake. I'm down on my knees. I'm begging, please. It lives. Can we talk about this? Did I just survive his shots by being too close to him that the homing actually made them miss? Because that's kind of a neat tactic, if that's true. And item room! Sticky tar's not bad. It would kind of complement our look. The Mum's key is good. Definitely good. We've got like a bit of gold attached to our foot. I can see that happening. We'll buy this, and you know, we'll buy a champion's belt as well. It's a bit of damage up. We're rocking a red belt. Everything's cool. And then the mental patient evolved. Dun-dun, dun-dun. He got infused with alien energy. I do actually look terrifying now. That is awesome. That is just absolutely flawless. And I just wanted to do this room for completion's sake at this point. Ooh, brain. Oh, that's annoying that we have ourselves a reroll. I'm kind of tempted to Joker just to have a double reroll. I'm going to do it on the off chance this works. Nice. Double special item in one devil room is a little bit ridiculous, though. Reroll. Okay. All right. That makes me a little bit happy. That's definitely made me a little bit happy. Now I can pick up that battery, go back to the fight, and re-roll Sister Maggie there, and hope for a triple Devil Deal extravaganza. And getting Abaddon is obviously a very nice damage up, and we've kind of... It is actually like the sort of asylum that this happened in. Slowed Mum is brilliant. Kind of got attacked by maybe demonic energies, and now as a mental patient that's been here for too long, I finally transformed into a full demon form, and that's why I look like I do now. So we've really gone on a lovely journey with today's run, though I am taking way too much damage on a slowed Mum fight than I should be doing, but I'm just enjoying it, and I think that's important. So we get our other devil deal. Who do I want to go fight? See what this rerolls into. Spirit of the Night, I mean, it's... Yeah, I'm going to take it. It's flight. We have 9 lives anyway, and the spooky ghost tears are wonderful. So we've become a demon, then we've even arisen into a higher form of demon, and we really are evolving through this. I think the Polaroid makes sense right now. I really do want to kill the lamb again, believe me, I do, guys, but I have to take the one that's tactically gonna give us the best chance of success, and when we're on such a little amount of health, we kind of need the ability for our invincibility to happen as easy as possible. I am glad that the ghost tears don't actually affect the bounciness that much. Oh, in fact, the bounciness kind of overrides it, so it was basically a Lord of the Pit with a cool visual, which I still would have done, so I'm okay with that. Justice and justice. That is lovely. And actual red heart, which probably isn't a good thing to get, but at the same time is probably worth it a little bit. I mean, I don't know if against a single fight, having 3 black hearts and having 2 lots of Polaroid invincibility before dying is more effective, but I think over the course of the rest of the run, having the red health is definitely going to be more of a help. So I'm kind of happy to do that. Dingle to the dingle. And he's still firing even while feared. It's really amazing. So I am happy we do have contract, because it does make the chest a lot more fun. Loads of money, loads of keys, loads of bombs. We are in a very good position for annihilating the rest of this run, which makes me very excited. We just need one kind of final major power boost, and then everything is okay. But I'm glad I did do that devil deal shenanigans, because I think it made a big difference. And we get ourselves magician. Not really that needed, given the tea setup. Yes, given the tea setup that we have, I think a little bit of Earl Grey, maybe some chamomile, and we should be good to go. Anybody fancy a spot of golf? No, seriously, golf is the dullest thing since watching paint dry. It is, even playing it, I do not understand the appeal. I feel like if you enjoy golf, you mainly enjoy nice calming walks across a sort of pleasant field area, and having to hit a ball to continue on your walk is just really something you accept that you have to do. Now, I don't want to take away from golf as a sport at all. You know, like all sport, it's a fine venture and do what makes you happy. But just for me personally, it seems like both to watch it on TV and to play it, though mainly to watch it. I can't see the appeal in watching golf, though I will say the worst thing, watching golf actually there. Because, what, you watch one shot and then have to cart yourself over to the next one? I mean, that would irk me. I would be irked. I would not want to keep doing that. So, we are destined to not get ourselves Super Meat Boy or Bandage Girl this run, so I guess I should be content that we didn't even begin starting to get it. At least that's one advantage Conquest does give. And our final devil deal is just going to be, yay, a teleport to the devil deal, and a spirit heart, which is actually useful. 2 of them, in fact, and boom, a box of stuff. And a rules card. The walls will harden over time. Time is the essence. Ooh, I do like that as a subtle hint to the boss rush, though. Okay, cool. We are ready to move on. I don't know how the heart's going to be. We did gain an extra Pretty Fly, which is Pretty Fly, and will probably help out a great deal. But at the same time, our range is very low, and we don't have a way of kind of blitzing down the heart, which tends to be something you need to do if you don't want to have to deal with all the annoying in-between phases. So we're probably going to have ourselves quite the challenge on our hands. But, you know, what is life if not a little bit of a challenge? That is the fun, the spice, the essence that makes everything nice, much like the Powerpuff Girls. I'll admit, when I was younger, when I just used to, like, consistently watch things like Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon, the Powerpuff Girls was on a while, so I'm confident in admitting that I have seen episodes of the Powerpuff Girls, and while I have a few problems with it, like the fact that they don't have fingers, and I think that is just really, really cruel of the professor to not give them fingers, you know, I mean, there is definitely everything nice there. Everyone does like Puppy Dog's Tails. Now, Puppy Dog's Tails is the Slime and Snails one. actually, if I'm recalling it correctly. Though the reason I brought this up is because all it reminds me of is the one episode I watched where a giant monster actually just straight up eats the Powerpuff Girls, and they're kind of like dead. I can't remember how they get out of it, but I was really traumatized. Well, not really traumatized, but I was like, shit, they went there. Oh, this just got real. And it kind of just blew my mind as a kid that they would die. That was a accidental dodge that I'm taking credit for. And it lives, but not for long. Ha 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 ha. Hilarious. Just so hilarious. And now we should have a fairly pleasant time slowly killing. Yeah, we're doing actually a lot more damage than I was expecting to do, so this is sweet. Using my pretty flies as effectively as I can here, just to block tears that otherwise would hit me. But it does require some maneuvering, basically because I only have 2, so I can't just rely on it to auto do it. I did not expect the laser to stop there. That's an unfortunate extra bit of damage to take. What I am mostly concerned about, however, is I don't think I can beat Isaac like this. He has a lot of health, and his first half is very good for just killing you. And I tend to be susceptible to Isaac just killing me. I really do. Why there, Monstro? Of all the places, right, that you could have gone to, like out of all of them, Monstro, can I ask why that was your choice? Like, oh, and the random shot there gets me. This is upsetting. This is definitely upsetting. Granted, we have 9 lives, so if I play perfectly, I can take Mr. Isaac, but I feel like we may be in for a slow 9-death run fighting Isaac, which is definitely a little bit upsetting. He should not be a problem. Fear shot making that wonderful. The hangman is pointless. This room I hate with a passion, so I am just going to skip it via the... Well, I mean, technically I would rather that happen than the alternative, which is getting those and then losing them to Mr. Daddy Longlegs. So I'm just going to accept that that happened. Bouncing tears as well as slow makes this absolutely a doddle, so I will clear this room. And I don't know. Now that I'm back up to 3 hearts, I'm once again a lot more confident. Ooh, this is a shame. This is very much a shame. Got to check for a super secret here, here, and here, just because something like raw liver would be phenomenal. I never thought I'd say raw liver? I never thought I'd say raw liver would be phenomenal, but I believe it truly would. And this Monstro is much easier. I'm glad we are facing him over anything else. He is feared, so the next jump is going to be very unpredictable. Except that one, which is going to be very actually predictable. One more spirit heart is obviously excellent. We just need to not lose it on our way to Isaac, and we should be fine. I hate him being feared. This guy is terrifying when he's feared, which is kind of ironic given that he's terrifying while being terrified. Let us move on. So, this Daddy Longlegs room is potentially going to be a problem, but you know, the plan is there, and we make it through. And there's a connection that doesn't involve his room, which is absolutely wonderful to find. So we managed to get away with that quite nicely, and as long as I play pretty sensibly and don't get rid of any of these spare hearts, we should be mostly okay. Come on, come on. And these guys aren't difficult, irrelevant of being slowed down or not. Though, now that I've said that, I am, of course, going to take damage to them. That's just how this works. There goes one of them. Please die, Mr. Headless Horseman's head. Thank you. And 2 extra bombs is always useful. Hanged Man is okay. He only takes 2 shots with my damage. Whew. Alright, this is quite the... It feels like I'm kind of in a Lost-like situation in that I can't take damage. Even though obviously I can, but I'm just know that I'm going to need this amount of heartage for Isaac. I just absolutely know it. So it's still very intense for me, is this whole thing. The whole shebang, honestly. What is a shebang? What is the actual definition of a shebang? I mean, I guess it is like a party gathering type deal, but where did that word originate from? It seems a little bit ridiculous. I don't care about pestilence. You're going to be absolutely fine. Just stop doing anything and accept your death. That's the best advice for anyone who's your enemy. Just stop doing things and accept your death. I'm not going to open them because I don't think they're going to be that useful. Yes, it could be like 2 more Guppy items, we become Guppy and everything's wonderful. But at this stage, I don't know. I could do it without dying, couldn't I? Maybe I should have more confidence in myself. I just want to see what card this double sloth drops. Because if it's something like the Joker, then that is, I mean, that is no joke. We get to get ourselves a nice power-up and hopefully get rid of this 1 red heart. Ooh, it actually is the Joker. And we get the mark, which is excellent. We swap our health for a spirit one, gain a damage up, and gain our Polaroid invincibility back. And I imagine boss fight? Yes, and it's an easy room. That was a lovely little find there. It really, really was. Hey, Isaac, how are you doing? Ooh, you're a little bit slowed there, friend. Though not at the right time, unfortunately. I don't actually have the range to reach him from the back wall, which is a big disadvantage in a Isaac fight. So this is a little bit awkward. And please just accept your death now that I got hit. I'm going to use that to plant a bomb. And can we please just get to the freaking part of the fight where you do the annoying things? Can we do that? Alright, use Polaroid, use Polaroid, use Polaroid, please. Go into the last phase of your fight. Oh my god. There it is. Okay. So now, technically speaking, we should be alright. Technically being the operative word. Him running from us makes things easier, though it also means he's kind of in an annoying corner. But I'm not going to worry about it too much. We have 1 more Polaroid invincibility to get some guaranteed damage out. That is a massive shame. I feel like I'm gonna die, though I can't feel like that, because feeling like you're gonna die is like the #1 way to die, so I can't really start thinking those thoughts. Otherwise, I mean, what hope is there? And without hope, we just, I don't really know what I'm talking about, but we need hope, and I kind of need to wait until he does hit. Please, Isaac, do your stupid beamy thing again. What are you doing, my friend? Stop not doing your beamy thing. Are we okay? Did you forget what it is? Did you forget how to do it? I mean, is something wrong? Is something the matter? Can I please, do you want a biscuit? Okay. That was a little bit ridiculously intense, and I'm not sure I'm okay with that. I am definitely not sure I'm okay with this. Please die. Oh, that was one of the more intensive Isaac fights I have had in a... I accidentally placed a bomb. I accidentally placed a bomb. I have had in a long time. Oh, Curse of the Blind. That is bloody annoying. Sagittarius is nice. Blind reroll. The Soul. Yes. Crack the Sky. Not as good. And Mum's Bottle of Pills. So we have 2 more things. 2 reroll, Lemon Party, whatever. Okay, so I think generally we got away with that, but only just. And this is why I was like, I need more than 1 heart to fight Isaac. I just do. I either need to be destroying so hard I kill him instantly, or I need more than 1 heart. So I am very happy that that ended up happening for us. And this, we need to be very careful. I don't want to lose my stuff before Blue Baby, but I also kind of need to be stronger for Blue Baby, I think, because he is much better at just randomly hitting you than Isaac is, especially on phase 3. Goodbye to you. And annoyingly, I kind of just have to accept any items I get because I can't tell what they are. So this is potentially going to have synergy ruining stuff. Though I could have got Mum's knife, and I didn't really explain it at the time, did I? But, you know, I was enjoying our tears, and I didn't want to do a knife run at that stage, which I may come to regret, I'll admit. Is that another... oh no, Mr. Boom. That's not really something we want, but it's not worth re-rolling when we have 2 things all ready to re-roll. A lot of bombs going on. That will just help us kill Mr. Pestilence, which indeed it does. Ooh, that was close. I'm glad I split them up, because I think that actually would have been a problem. Come on, War. Come. Whoa! I swear he only supposed to do like one, and then he gives it a rest, but I guess he's just feeling extra sort of horse fancy today, which, fair enough to him. I mean, he does whatever he wants. The story of this mental patient will be one that lasts through the ages. And we get Cricket's head. Yes! Oh, shit. That's not as good, though. Yeah. I mean, it solves the range problem, but now our damage is absolutely shocking. I don't actually know if this is good or bad, really. I mean, overall, our damage has probably gone up, right? I mean, I do have the technology laser. After becoming the spooky demon ghost way in the future, he managed to acquire some cyborg technology. I don't know, maybe the insane asylum patient is falling apart in terms of its analogy, but that's still fine. Yeah, our damage per laser is actually pretty solid, so I'm not going to worry too much. And we still have more things to end up getting. Let's re-roll Roid Range, that's fine, and the Odd Mushroom, which is actually really good, because that increases our damage rate vastly more than anything else would. And Troll Bomb, thank you very much, but Roid Rage makes you useful. Mini Mosh! Oh, it's now an adorable android mental patient ghost. That is fantastic. Vom, 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 vom. Vom, 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 vom. I am so glad this room got slowed, because without this room being slowed, I think we would have genuinely had a massive problem in making this work. So that makes me very, very happy. This room is obviously annoying, there's no question about that, but it also could have been cataclysmically worse, so I'm just going to accept it. I want to kill Mr. Slothy last, because I want him to drop a tarot card that comes in handy, because I mean, potentially we could get the Chaos card, and then that solves any and all problems we could have had, so that's pretty good. And I just realized we did actually get the soul, so that gives us a nice bit of defense against Blue Baby. Okay, Mr. Sloth, goodbye. Ooh, we actually get Curse Bombs, which is fine. And now, after all these years in the future, being the mental patient, we grow sick and weary of our trials and tribulations. That was a very good Daddy Longlegs fight. And boss, eventually we're going to get to our boss. I believe. We are really ridiculously quick, which is actually good because it gives us a lot of precision movement capabilities, and we found our boss as well as another, hopefully, tarot card off this guy. Want to kill the spiders before they even get to move, and another Bob's Curse. Alright, we're just getting extra completely ridiculous. Okay, Blue Baby, I believe. Annoyingly, we didn't quite get a... we did not get a slowed Blue Baby, but I don't think we need a slowed Blue Baby. I think we're actually doing fine. His tears come slow enough that the soul is actually doing a pretty good job. However, the homing ones, because they speed up at the end, the soul can do nothing against. Though because he's mobile with Fear Shot, actually getting the laser probably won me this run, because it gives me the range to abuse Fear Shot and just kill him from really far away. So that is... excellent. Reroll and win. My name has been Rage. That was a really fun mental patient story run. Remember to like if you enjoyed this. It really does help, and I do appreciate it. And subscribe for more. Goodbye.